We are now going to review Section 7 on cleaning. I've already disassembled my pistol for the demonstration, and you would do the same, but you would check your manufacturer's manual to make sure you disassemble it correctly and only as far as they recommend. Now the first thing I'm going to do is put on safety glasses, and everybody should wear safety glasses when they're cleaning their firearm. Next, I'm going to clean my barrel. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some bore cleaner on this patch, get it nice and soaked, and I'm going to push it through my barrel to get my barrel nice and covered with bore cleaner. And I'm going to let that set for a second. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take and get my bore brush, which I'm going to use to scrape all the fouling and copper and lead and anything else that's in this barrel. And it's best to clean from the chamber end, and what I'm going to do is just push this in and out 3 or 4 times. Once I've done that, I'm just going to let my barrel set here and let that soak in while I go on and clean the other parts. Now I pick up my nylon bristle brush, and I'm going to put some bore cleaner on wherever I need it, whichever brush I'm going to use. In this case, I'm picking up the recoil spring and the recoil spring guide. I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to clean any dirt, any carbon buildup I see, and clean it off. Next, I'm going to do the slide. I'm going to clean the rails. I'm going to clean the face of the bolt, making sure to get all pieces of brass and carbon off. Any place I see carbon, I'm going to use my brush and clean these until it's absolutely clean all over. If I see any dirt, I will use this brush to clean it. Then I will let that set, and I will pick up my frame, and once again I'll make sure I have bore cleaner on here, and I will clean everything that has any dirt, any powder, any carbon buildup, any pieces of brass, then get in there as well as I can, even down in the magazine well here. If I can't reach anything with my toothbrush, I will use some spray cleaner to spray down in there to get any particles out. Finally, we will take our magazine, and if it's dirty or has carbon buildup or any brass, we're just going to clean it off. If it's very dirty, we might disassemble it, but typically we won't. Now everything is covered with bore cleaner. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a towel or a rag that will not shed lint, and I'm going to clean off all the bore cleaner from everything. I'm going to wipe down the recoil spring, make sure to get all that bore cleaner off. The same thing I'm going to do with the slide, making sure I get all the bore cleaner off. The same thing with the frame, making sure I get in the magazine well, everywhere that gets any kind of bore cleaner on it, and the same thing with the magazine. Now everything is dry except the inside of the barrel. Once again, this time I'm going to get a clean patch, put it on my cleaning rod, and I'm going to put this patch through the barrel. And I'm going to continue to push patches through this barrel until they come out clean. Once they come out clean, I know I have the barrel completely clean. I now have a completely clean firearm, but I need some lubrication. I will clean this firearm and lubricate it according to the manufacturer's directions. You will see the manufacturer will tell you what parts should be lubricated. On this particular gun, it's usually the rails on the side of the slide, the metal parts that are the rails on the frame, and a few other places, sometimes the disconnector here. You will also want to put a light coat of oil on all the parts. A silicone cloth usually comes with a cleaning kit, and they are great for putting a light coat of oil to keep your gun from rusting or anything else. If you have any questions about cleaning your firearm, make sure to check the owner's manual. They are the experts when it comes to cleaning your firearm, where to lubricate it, and how to take it apart and put it back together. If you don't have time to do a complete cleaning of your pistol, you can get what we call a bore snake. It has a weighted lead on this end. Then you put your bore cleaner on this part of it. These are the bore brushes that are actually built into it. Then this fat part comes out last to clean out any liquid or fluid that's left in there. This is very easy to use. You just drop it in your barrel. The brass weight pulls it through, and then all you do is you pull it through, and the bore brushes and the bore cleaner just come through. In one pass, you've cleaned your bore. It's really quick and really fast if you don't have time for a complete cleaning. Those are the basics of cleaning a handgun. And as I want to remind you, please check the manufacturer's directions for a safe way to clean your firearm. Welcome to the Section 8 review, where we're going to talk about the Attorney General's book on concealed carry. The Attorney General booklet looks just like this, and you can download it from the Attorney General's website, or you can ask your in-person instructor if he can get you a copy, or frequently you can find them at the Sheriff's Office, or you can request one from the Attorney General's office. This is a very important booklet. You should have just finished reading it, but some things I would like to highlight are: ask your instructor any questions that you don't understand, or consult with an attorney. Laws change, so make sure that you frequently visit the Attorney General's website to see if anything has changed in this booklet. Stay familiar with places that you can't carry a firearm. You must have 2 forms of ID on you if you are going to carry your firearm with you. One must be the concealed carry license, and the other must be another form of government identification. Lastly, I would like to talk to you about what happens or what you should do if you are stopped by a law enforcement officer. If you are stopped for a traffic violation, roll down your window, put your hands on your steering wheel, and wait for the officer to approach. When he gets there, the first thing you should tell him is, "I have a concealed carry license and I am carrying at this time." Then follow his instructions from there. No matter what you do not attempt to touch your firearm, do not attempt to exit your vehicle, or do anything else other than sit there with your hands on the wheel. If you have more questions, refer to this booklet, or please contact the Attorney General or a private attorney for more information.